The hall of the Galactic Council was quiet. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in their tall, glowing seats. Lights blinked on the walls, and translators buzzed softly. This was the last meeting. The final try for peace. In the center stood a single human ambassador, Kira Devane. She wore a black suit with a silver Earth symbol on her chest. Her face was calm, but her eyes were hard like steel. High Chancellor Velrax, leader of the Serati Empire, spoke first. His voice was cold. Humans must forgive. We offered peace. We apologized for our past. Mistakes. The room knew what he meant. 5 years ago, the Serati bombed a human colony. By accident, they claimed. 42,000 humans died, including children. Earth demanded justice. The Council offered only words. Now Earth had grown silent. No more messages. No more trade. No answers. Until today, Kira Devane looked around the room. Her voice, when she spoke, was quiet, but it made the entire chamber freeze. For years, we asked for peace, she said. We followed your laws. We trusted your words. She looked at Velrax. You call what happened a mistake. We call it murder. Velrax hissed but said nothing. Kira continued, Earth does not speak empty words. We waited. We hoped. But peace is not a one-sided thing. She stepped back from the podium. A long silence followed. Then one alien shouted, Is that a threat? Kira didn't blink. She reached into her coat and pulled out a small black cube. The council guard stiffened, but she only placed it gently on the table. The cube glowed blue. I was told to bring this, she said. It is Earth's last message. The cube clicked once. Then it spoke in English and every language in the galaxy. To the Galactic Council, you had your chance. You chose delay. You chose to protect murderers. You chose to silence truth. We choose something else now. We choose fire. The cube turned black. No one moved. Then, without another, Word Ambassador Kira Devane turned and walked away. Past the guards. Past the cameras. Past every alien leader staring in stunned silence. The door shut behind her. Back inside, panic began. What does it mean? They can't be serious. Is Earth going to war? Velrax slammed his fist down. They wouldn't dare. But in the outer dark of space, ships were already moving. Asterisk in the cold dark above Earth. Something woke up. Hidden in Earth's shadow for decades, deep in the black void, Project Emberlight came online. 3 massive ships, silent, invisible, undetectable, opened their armored eyes. Their names were whispered even inside human military rooms. UESS Vengeance. UESS Horizon. UESS Black Wake. Inside a command bunker buried under Antarctica. General Cale Torres stood before a glowing screen. His hair was white, his uniform sharp. Around him, officers stared at blinking red alerts. Activate all Emberlight assets, Torres said. This is not a drill. The room fell silent. Then the code was spoken. By Earth's light, the fire begins. Meanwhile, on the moon, Captain Rena Malik sat in her strike cruiser. She looked young, but her eyes held the cold of many battles. A message blinked on her wrist panel. Encrypted order. Prepare for galactic deployment. Stage 1. Reveal the first flame. She took a deep breath. So it begins, she whispered. Across Earth's colonies. In the farming colonies of Tau City, in the mining fields of Proxima B, humans began to move. Not in panic, but with purpose. Evacuation drills became real. Children were lifted into armored transports. Civilians were guided. Underground. Drones hovered silently above, scanning the skies. Old war veterans pulled out gear they had hidden for years. One old man said to his grandson, They think we forgot. Let them remember now. Back in orbit, in the deep black beyond Neptune, alien. Scouts detected movement. A single ship decloaked. The Ioa's vengeance. But it did not fire. It sent a message on all frequencies. To the Sarati Empire and the Galactic Council. This is not an invasion. This is not revenge. This is judgment. Within seconds, the ship cloaked again. Gone. The scout ships tried to track it. They failed. Across the galaxy, fear spread faster than any light. Inside the Galactic Council, panic. This is madness. One alien shouted, "They're bluffing." But others knew better. A reptilian diplomat whispered, "I saw the human fleets during the Ka-Vorak War. I saw what they did." And that was before they got angry. Velrax tried to call Earth again, got no response. Only silence. And silence was never a good sign from humans. Ending, Hook, inside Earth's secret war room. General Torres looked at a blinking red light dot. It had one word. Unleash. He pressed his thumb. On the screen, no hesitation, 112 dreadnoughts, 900 stealth corvettes, thousands of drone swarms, all left Earth at once. From orbit, they looked like a storm made of fire, and they were heading straight toward the stars. Asterisk in the quiet trade lane of Sector Varnes 4, a small human shuttle floated peacefully. It carried 6 civilians, a young couple, an old man, a teacher with 2 children. They were heading to a medical outpost on a neutral moon. They wore no armor, had no weapons. They carried only food and hope. But then, out of warp space, came a Sarati patrol cruiser. The Sarati captain, named Rel Varun, had orders: scan and control all human craft. Show no weakness. He laughed when he saw the unarmed shuttle. Open fire, he said. 1 plasma beam. 1 second. The human shuttle exploded into dust and flames. 6 lives vanished. No warning. No mercy. 3 hours later, a shadow appeared above. The Sarati ship. No alarms went off. No systems detected its approach. Suddenly, all power died. Lights off, engines silent. Even the crew's implants blinked dead. The Sarati captain froze. His screens flickered, and a symbol appeared, a single white flame on black. Then came the voice. Calm, human, cold. This is the UESS Blackwake. We detected the unlawful murder of Terran civilians. This is your only message. There will be no trial. Only consequence. The Sarati crew screamed as light returned not to their systems, but to the missile already in their cargo bay. 1 second later, the entire cruiser was gone. In the galactic news grid, footage leaked. Grainy security cam video from a Sarati outpost caught the whole thing. People across the galaxy watched in silence. Sarati cruiser firing at a helpless human shuttle. Then, hours later, a godlike human ship erasing the attackers in a blink. Billions watched. Some cheered. Some gasped. Some began to worry. One alien child looked up at her mother and asked, "Will the humans come here?" The mother didn't answer. Inside the council hall. "Why would they do this?" shouted a Sarn diplomat. "They are punishing murder," said a soft voice. Everyone turned. It was Elder Vok, one of the oldest members of the council. He rarely spoke. "They warned us," he said. "They gave us every chance. Now they deliver. What they promised." Belerax pounded the table. "They are attacking without declaration." Elder Vok looked at him, calm and sad. "No," he said. "They already declared it, with silence." Earth broadcasts again, on every galactic frequency. One short message came. This was not our first flame, and it will not be the last. All who protect the killers will feel the fire next. No signature, no face, just the weight of cold resolve. Ending Hook, In the deep void near the Serati capital planet, hundreds of human ships began to uncloak. By one, quiet, patient. No lights, no sound, just movement, like wolves in the dark. Waiting. Watching. Preparing. Because the spark had now become a wildfire. Asterisk. In one galactic night, 7 star systems went dark. No warning. No distress signals. Just silence. Lights off. Planets offline. Warships gone. 12 hours earlier. Serati border world. Nixer 8. The sky was purple. Peaceful. A mining colony bustled with life. Children played in oxygen domes. Workers harvested plasma rocks. Guards laughed over cards. Then a shadow blocked the sun. People looked up. At first, they saw nothing. Then a shape appeared. Huge, black, silent. UES's horizon. The ship didn't broadcast a threat. It simply opened its side bays and released thousands of drones, each the size of a car, each moving with the precision of a surgeon. In exactly 3 minutes, every military post, radar tower, and defense cannon was cut, not destroyed. Silenced. No civilian harmed. Message was clear. We know exactly where to hit and who to spare. Across the stars, similar scenes unfolded in Galtrac's system. A Serati fleet waited in formation, confident, ready. Suddenly, their flagship's core overloaded. A virus had infected their AI 3 weeks earlier. A gift left behind by a simple Earth cargo ship. Boom. One ship detonated. The rest followed. Chain reaction. No human ships visible. No shots fired. Just destruction. On Zeller Moon, alien pirates hiding in a secret base, sponsored by corrupt council members, were celebrating stolen weapons. Then their oxygen vanished. Their own life support turned against them. Someone had already rewritten the code. Their screams never reached space. Panic. Across the galaxy, galactic networks flooded with reports. Entire systems offline. Defense fleets missing. Human ships seen over 6 council worlds. No official declaration, just fire. People asked, where is Earth's leader? Why won't they talk to us? Who is planning this? No one had answers. Inside Earth's command room, General Cale Torres stood over a live star map. Red lights blinked where strikes were completed. Yellow ones showed targets in progress. Blue lights were neutral systems still untouched. A young officer asked, "Sir, should we strike the council planet next?" Torres looked at her. "No," he said, "not yet. We're not here to burn everything, just the lies." He pointed to the Serati homeworld. This one, soon. Inside the council chambers, Velrax paced like a caged animal. We underestimated them, he hissed. We thought they were scattered, slow, weak. Eldervok nodded slowly. And yet, they studied us for years while smiling. They mapped our secrets while offering peace. Another ambassador whispered, "They said humans were emotional, unpredictable." Elder Vok looked him dead in the eye. That was never the danger. What was then? Vok answered, "Their patience." The message that broke the stars. Panic grew. Every screen, beacon, and station in the galaxy lit up, hijacked by Earth's eyes. One simple message, flashed in every language. This is not a war of conquest. We do not want your lands. We do not want your gold. We want justice. For every child you called collateral, for every truth you buried, for every peace you pretended. Let fire teach you what words could not. Ending hook. In a small council listening station, a janitor walked into a quiet room. He saw the star map, blinking dot. He counted 7 red systems, and one more turning red. He ran to tell someone, but before he could reach the door, the lights flickered, and Everything went dark. Asterisk, far beyond the Council's main worlds. There was a quiet PlayStation A, URELI, on dot. It was built after the Great Peace Accord, floating between stars. No weapons, no warships, just paper promises. And hope. It was where the first treaty with Earth had been signed. Now it stood empty. No guards, no ambassadors. Just dust. Until that night. Arrival of the Flame A, flash of blue light. A single Terran stealth cruiser uncloaked above the station. It didn't fire. It sent one small shuttle, unarmed, toward the landing bay. Inside the shuttle stood Lieutenant Mara Soren, a quiet human with gray eyes and a silver flame badge. She walked through the old halls alone, holding a box the size of a book. She reached the treaty chamber, a room filled with alien flags and peace symbols. The treaty still sat there, on a glass table, sealed in crystal. She placed the box on the table and pressed one button. A soft, blue flame rose from the box. Cold, silent, the flame spread. Not wildly, but precisely. Only the treaty burned. Not the table, not the room. Just the paper. A digital recording captured it all. And just before the final signature turned to ash, the flame stopped. Then a calm voice echoed through the chamber. This treaty was built on lies. You used peace to delay truth. Earth withdraws. You are no longer trusted. Galaxy watches the ashes later that day. The footage was leaked. Billions watched as the peace treaty between Earth and the Galactic Council turned to smoke. Some aliens gasped. Some wept, but most were quiet, because they understood. Earth could have destroyed the entire station, but they didn't. They burned only the symbol, only the lie. Council and Crisis Velix screamed in fury. This was sacred. This was a message of war. Elder Vox spoke softly. No, this was their message that the war has rules, that they are still choosing who to spare. But they destroyed the treaty. No, Vox replied. They burned our false promise, not their honor. Silence fell over the chamber. A young delegate asked, "What do we do now?" No one had an answer. Earth sends one more message 1 hour later. A voice echoed across every council world. No image, just a voice. We are not conquerors. We are not your monsters. We warned you with words. You answered with blood. You had your treaty. You burned it first. This was not our war. But now it will be our ending. Emotional fallout on neutral worlds. Small protests began. Non-human citizens held signs. Let Earth speak again. The fire is just. Peace was broken by the liars, not the humans. For the first time in years, many aliens started to doubt the Council. Ending hook on the ruins of Station Aurelian. Lieutenant Mara stood one last time. She reached into her pocket and pulled out a tiny seed. She planted it in the floor where the treaty had burned. The recording showed her final words. One day, when truth is clean, something new will grow here. Then she vanished into her shuttle. And the empty peace station spun slowly in the dark, holding only silence, ash, and a seed. Asterisk. In the icy blackness beyond the rim worlds, a fleet of Serati warships waited in formation. Admiral Varlok, a cruel commander with a record of disciplining human colonies, had one target, Earth's homeworld. He smiled as his ships locked on coordinates. But just before they jumped to warp, they vanished. No explosions. No wreckage. Just gone. Inside the Council war room, alarms flashed red. Varlok's fleet isn't responding. They were our biggest strike force. Council leaders panicked. Voices rose. Then a secure line blinked to life. A message came through. It was from Grand Strategist Zevran, leader of the Tharn Dominion, a major council member. Everyone froze. Zevran was one of the oldest, wisest, and deadliest military minds in the galaxy. He appeared on screen tall reptilian, scarred from 100 wars. But today, he looked tired. In what he said shattered the council. The defection. "I no longer stand with this council," Zevran said. "I've seen what you've hidden, the reports you buried, the peace offers you laughed at. You wanted Earth to break. You provoked them." Velrax shouted, "You're a traitor." Zevran ignored him. "I was part of the lie. I helped cover up the Serati massacre of the Terran children on Oros 9. I was there. I watched." A silence fell like thunder. Earth waited for justice. He said, "You gave them shame. I will not raise my weapons against a species that showed more honor than this council ever did." With that, his screen went black. Across the galaxy, the shift begins. The Tharn Dominion withdraws all fleets. Several council members begin internal investigations. Secret files leak detailing how multiple leaders lied about peace failures. And, for the first time, the galaxy sees Earth not as the villain, but the victim that chose to fight back. On Earth, General Kale. Torres watches the news feed. His face shows no smile, only focus. But when Zevran's defection is confirmed, he speaks. This is it, the moment where fear begins to crack. Truth is louder than fire. Let's give them both. In the sky above Serati Prime, 12 human dreadnoughts appear from warp. They don't fire. Instead, they drop thousands of tiny drones into the atmosphere. The drones don't kill. They don't explode. They project holograms across the cities. Each hologram shows the truth. The burning of Oros 9. The Council's cover-ups. The ambassadors laughing during peace talks. An Earth silence. Waiting. Civilians scream. Soldiers drop weapons. Children cry. The illusion of Earth's evil is falling apart. Council's last hope collapses. Valax slams his fists into the mice table. This isn't war. It's exposure. It's humiliation. Elder Vok, eyes closed, whispers, "No, it's justice." And we're only now hearing its voice. Ending hook. On a peaceful moon, Zevran, the defected alien general, meets a human. Lieutenant Mara Soren. They shake hands. Two former enemies. She looks him in the eye and says, "We don't want to rule you. We just wanted to be heard." Zevran replies, "Then speak now, and I will carry your voice." Above them, a fleet of human and Tharn ships lights up the sky. The Galactic Council's sky turned red. Thousands of ships appeared, human dreadnoughts, carriers, and stealth destroyers. They didn't fire. They just hovered above the Council's capital planet, like silent gods. Each ship had the same symbol glowing on its side, a single white flame. From orbit, it looked like the sky was bleeding light. Inside the Council hall, fear spread like smoke. Velrax screamed into the communicator. "Open channels. Talk to them. Negotiate." But Earth didn't respond. They didn't speak. Not yet. Humanity's final move then. Without warning, a single black drop pod fell from the sky. It hit the Council courtyard with a deep thud. No explosion. Just silence. Council guards surrounded. It weapons up. Nervous. The pod hissed open. Out stepped Ambassador Kira Devane, the same human who had once walked out of the Council chamber in silence. This time, she walked back in. The last words inside the chamber. All eyes turned to her. She walked slowly, calmly, her boots echoing against the stone floor. When she reached the center, she looked around. No anger. No smile. Just purpose. Then she spoke. "You wanted silence. You earned it. But silence was never weakness. It was warning." She pointed to the sky, where Earth's fleet hovered like judgment itself. "We do not come to conquer. We do not come to rule. We come to give you one final choice. The choice, she placed a small sphere on the floor. It pulsed blue. A hologram appeared showing a peace agreement, but this one was different. No lies. No loopholes. It demanded full truth about past council crimes. War criminals handed to neutral courts. Equal voice to Earth in future decisions. Protection for all colonized planets, no matter the species. Then the final line appeared. Accept this, or be removed from history. Inside the council, Velix stood trembling. You wouldn't dare. Kira looked him in the eye. We already did. You just haven't seen it yet. She turned around. Your decision window closes in 10 minutes. And she walked away again. The vote panic broke out. Some delegates shouted. Some wept. Some fled, but many sat in stunned silence, knowing Earth wasn't bluffing. Elder Vox stood up. I vote yes. One by one, others followed, until the vote was final. Treaty accepted. Earth's terms agreed. Council broken and rebuilt. Aftermath. A new order. The human fleet did not fire. Instead, they opened their bays and dropped supplies, not bombs, food, medicine, data packets of lost history. Across the galaxy, colonies that once feared Earth now welcomed its peacekeepers. Humans didn't ask for praise. They asked for truth, and the galaxy finally listened. Final scene. The flame restored months later. On Station Aurelian, the ruined peace chamber was rebuilt. But this time, the table was different. It was made of black stone and white flame metal gifted from Earth's own vaults. Ambassador Kira returned. This time, she sat across from her sat Elder Vok. They both signed the new treaty together. No speeches. No applause. Just ink. And truth. Final words on screen. The galaxy thought Earth was silent, but Earth was simply listening. And when it finally spoke, it spoke with fire, but ended with peace. United. The turning point has come.